Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Bitcoin price prediction based on Elliott Wave analysis. We're gonna start with the daily here, where we are looking at our potential scenario here finished as a bull run, wave 1, and we're looking at ABC expanding flat as a small bear market here, where we would like to hit the 1.618 around the 70k, and of course start a new bull run for wave 3 toward the upside. Obviously, that the price action here could not, of course, break the base channel taken from the zone 1 based on the wave 2 here. And of course, as a signal of weakness to reach again the acceleration channel one more time, at least the lower part of it is a signal, of course, of weakness and of failure. And we can see, of course, the drop down from there and exiting, of course, the base channel as a signal that this bull run or this impulse is done. It is finished. And we're looking, of course, for something corrective toward the downside. This corrective wave as an ABC has started the wave C already impulsively, and we're looking here at 1-2 and several 1-2 inside the wave 3 toward the downside. The major wave 3, which is of course the most impulsive and explosive wave that is gonna be toward the downside, has been of course given. So I would say the aggressivity of the move toward the downside is done. We still have of course to finish several for 5 of course until we reach the target. Currently we are in the price here after exiting the base channel. We saw of course a very fast drop, and now we see a rebound where we are testing right now the base channel. As I mentioned yesterday, of course, we are in a critical area where, of course, we are testing again the base channel, which might play, of course, as a resistance there. And we're looking for lower probably in case this is going to turn into something corrective. Now, we took, of course, as well a new channel here taken from the zone 1 and based on the wave 2. And as you can see, the wave 3 has left, of course, the base channel. But of course, we're back to it. So we are back inside this base channel currently. But don't forget that this wave 3 has double 1-2s, and it might still, of course, unfold double 4 and a 5. So you would like to see, of course, the price exiting the base channel again, probably hitting the mid part, of course, or midline here of the base channel, of course, without invalidation, and then continuation of a wave 5, 4, and a 5 again toward the downside. So we're gonna see how this is going to unfold, of course, much more on the micro level. But before moving to the micro level, I would like to mention here, of course, regarding the labeling for this bear market. We are currently, of course, in this 1, 2, 3 unfinished yet, and 4 and a 5 to hit in confluence the 67K900 in confluence with the 0.38, 0.5 fib level, which is a perfect fib level or the minimum requirement of a wave 2 here for a bull run to start again towards the 200k. Plus, of course, I would like to remember that this area is a very strong area where you have a very strong technical support here for Bitcoin, that it has been built for a very long time. And of course, we might not really break this area. I believe that the price is going to range in this area for a while, build some energy again, several 1-2s, and of course start a new bull run towards the 200k there in few months later. And regarding, of course, a different scenario, in case that this wave is going to invalidate the impulse where we have double 1-2, wave 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. If the wave 4 is going to reach the 99k 600 or around it, meaning, of course, invalidation of this impulse toward the downside, and that means, of course, that this is not, of course, an impulse anymore. It might turn into something as a zigzag wave 1, and you might get, of course, a wave 2, wave 3, 4, and a 5, of course, as an ending diagonal here. Same scenario, same ABC, but of course, we have different pattern, okay? But the same target even, but with different patterns here, which it might be, of course, an ending diagonal, which might take, of course, a little bit more time here. And then, of course, start to move toward the upside again one more time. A signal for this scenario that it might be unfolding, of course, is the 99k 600 and around it, of course, by invalidation of this push toward the downside. Yep, so this is, of course, a bearish scenario possibility, but we still, of course, need confirmation for it at 99k. For the bullish scenario here, the bullish scenario is an ultimate one, which is of course a very extended wave 5, can be 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 unfolding toward the upside. Your wave 5 is 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 again. And of course, your wave 5 needs here an impulse or a diagonal, ending diagonal, that it might be finishing over there somehow. So this is kind of like more bullish and more or new highs that it might reach, of course, a Bitcoin. We still, probability is still there. And that because you might have here a leading diagonal in case you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and the wave 5. The wave 5 is a leading diagonal, and you got a potential wave 2 here. And of course, you might push for a wave 3 towards the upside, whether in diagonal or in an impulse. And you are currently in the perfect fib level of a wave 2 without yet reaching the 0.886, which is of course reducing so much the possibility of this scenario 79k. And that means, of course, there is still, of course, a possibility there to push for higher in case that this is going to happen. Of course, the 100k again is the most important key level here to be watched, of course. And we need to watch the micro level as well. Maybe we don't reach this area. We're going to see a potential reversal at 95k here as ABC, and then we drop down. So we're going to see it, of course, next in the 2 hours chart here. So on the 2 hours time frame, we are looking, of course, at the following drop down, 1, 2, and wave 3. Your wave 3 is double 1, 2, and wave 3. The most aggressive move here is done and finished, and currently we are, of course, bouncing, I would say, or retracing a little bit. Can be a corrective, as I mentioned, the A, B, and a C here. In precision, of course, you might hit the 93k or 94k, I would say, and obviously you are here in an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So one more push for wave 5 is very, very likely here for Bitcoin, and to hit, of course, this area. Don't forget that this area is gonna also finish a potential ABC, which it might be, of course, your wave 4 there. And this wave 4 is, of course, this 1, 2, and then 3, wave 4, and a 5 to unfold still toward the downside. This wave 4, of course, if it doesn't invalidate the impulse, meaning 99k, 150 interfering with the zone 1, meaning, of course, there is a very high possibility to continue the drop, to take the low, coming back, of course, to this area between the 70s, 75, 76k for Bitcoin. So currently on a lower time frame, even on 15-minute chart, we can see clearly that we have, of course, a 1, 2, 3 here, and you are in a triangle wave 4, and you're looking for the wave 5 in precision here to be hit. Obviously that the wave 5 also can be a shorter one, and of course that we hit only this area, unless it's gonna be very, very bullish, of course, and then we move in several 1, 2s. Here can be another 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 for your major wave 3 here, and then getting 4 and a 5, 4 and a 5, where you gonna, of course, therefore hit the 99k. If this scenario happens and hit the 99k, which is existing in case, of course, these are several 1, 2s, therefore, of course, we switch to one of the possibilities that we saw on the daily, which is a zigzag, wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5, in case we are in diagonal. Otherwise, of course, if we continue to see some strengths here, of course, it depends on the structure at the time that we analyze, of course. Therefore, we are bullish here, which is the ultimate bullish scenario that we also mentioned on the daily, where you might be here in a 1, 2, and then, of course, continuation for new highs for Bitcoin. Yep, so these are the possibilities for the daily and what we might expect today. Also, I'm expecting still the 94k or around it, and with one more high with the wave 5. Let's see this if it's gonna happen. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye bye.